Welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, my name is Sylvia and I make videos on planning with occasional review. Today's video is going to be a setup and a flip through of my bullet journal for July 2022. I just started to refilm this. I don't know if there's anything that I can salvage from what I've already done, but basically my camera stopped and yeah, here we go for part 2. I wasn't too far in. I was just telling you what was in my pen case. So let's start there, shall we? Cool. This is my pencil case. I ended up getting it from AliExpress a while ago. I've used them several times. I like them. They come in different sizes. They are very slim, which I appreciate. That way I can't pack too much because I will get out of control. On the side here, they have these little loops that someone told me are for, like, I guess a band or something that you can buy to clip in here. And maybe it's so that you can wrap it around your notebook like this. I'm not sure. I don't remember seeing that when I purchased these. I haven't cut them off. They haven't bothered me. You can go ahead and bend them back and sew them because this is just mesh if you wanted to, and they would be out of your way. But I always thought, well, maybe one day I will look for the band, so I haven't done it. So there's that. Inside I have things that I want to take with me on the go. So the stencils that I like to use in my bullet journal, or I will be using rather, are these ones here. So this is Kokyo. I like this one because it has really big numbers, but not too big. And then we have this one by Hobonichi, and then it has smaller numbers. And then the smallest numbers that I found in a stencil are by Hobonichi. This is the one for the weeks, so I like to use those as well. And then this is a stencil that I ended up getting from Amazon Japan, I believe. And I couldn't find it when I was actually setting this up. I found it after, of course I did. But since I'm going to be doing weekly setups, I figured I would still need it pretty soon. So that also goes in my pen case. As far as pens and pencils are concerned, I am using these 3 mild liners currently. So I have one in gray. I have this one, I think it's called Smoky Blue, and this is like a purple. I used to know all the colors. I don't anymore. But these are the ones that I'm using currently. And I also have a gray one in the brush tip, whereas these ones are just like the slightly slanted tips. I like these because they can cover my bigger handwriting in one shot, as opposed to these ones where I have to go over it and then that causes smearage. But because I was setting up my bullet journal, these ones were working better because it has a finer line to it. I always keep some mechanical pencils. I like these ones by Pilot because they're shaker pens. The lead comes out when you shake them, which I think is really cool. My niece loves them. She just sits there and shakes them and I'm like, Jade, you're gonna break it. So I have 2 of those because I always end up putting one down and then I always have a spare. Right now I'm really loving my Zebra Sarasa clip in the 0.5, just in a standard black. Now this is a very, very opaque pen, which I really love, and I'm thinking about using it in my bullet journal. I know you guys are used to seeing me use my friction pen because it's erasable. I'm human and I make mistakes, and I like that I can erase things, and I like that this isn't as bold, but for some reason I'm really feeling this, so we'll see. I'm still debating. I always carry an extra gel pen, so this is a Pilot Mate Inkjoy in a 0.5, which I really like. And then I have this Uniball Signo in a 0.8. I like this for when I'm dividing up the page. It is a metallic pen and it just looks really nice, and I forgot to do it when I was setting up this bullet journal, but I have every intention of using this pen, so I have it in here. I have my Energel Clinia, I don't know why I paused like that, in a 0.3, which I really enjoy. And then I have a friction highlighter in gray so that I can erase. So that is everything I am currently using in here. So move this off to the side. I am also using this size of sticky notes in here, which I need to actually put some in. This size sticky notes, and then of course the standard, I think these are 3x3 sticky notes. I have a little list of bullet points that I wanted to talk about with you guys. And you will see these stamps. I forgot my other one somewhere. I must have left it in the other room. This one is just a bunch of different lists, like headers for lists, and then this one is all of the months, and then I have the daily stamps. You've seen that before in my A6 Bujo. I used it every day. I used it again in here. And of course I have a ruler. Now, I wanted to talk about how July is kind of a busy month for me. For a lot of you, maybe you're traveling for the summertime. It's almost the 4th of July, which is exciting. It's rained a lot here in Colorado, so I have really high hopes, you guys. Really high hopes for fireworks this year. Every other year it's like we have a fire ban, so we can't have them, and that's understandable, but I am super excited that we might have them. I hope that you guys have them in your area. Let me know how that's working out wherever you live in your side of the country. Also, to note that it is One Book July for all of you planners out there. So for those of you who are new, One Book July was created by Carrie Harling and Miss Vicky B, and of course Romany from Romany's Realm, whom I love. Romany did make a quick video saying that she wasn't going to be participating due to some health issues with her family, which is totally understandable. I can relate. And so she's not going to be participating or be as hands-on as she has been in the past. But Carrie Harling and Miss Vicky B haven't uploaded anything yet, and we're already at the end of June, so I imagine those ladies are just super busy, and we should just give them that leniency and understand that, you know, they're moms and it happens. So this is sort of going to be my One Book July, I guess. I haven't really participated with the one book. I've usually done like one project instead. So that is something that you can do if you're into multiple planners and you don't want to give them up. I understand. Also, you guys, I cut my thumb. I had a brain fart. It was pretty ridiculous and funny, and I screamed like a girl. And it's been opening so much that it has been an issue. So even holding like a marker or a pen, putting any kind of pressure has been opening it, and it's just been the bane of my existence. So that is why my nails look crazy, because I haven't been able to put any pressure or do anything. So it is what it is. Bear with me. Okay, let's get started in here. So the color, I saw it, I read it somewhere. I can't remember what it's called. And it's pronounced weird. I think it's Azure or as something or other. There it is, right there. That is the actual color. And I don't know, it's just a really bright, crazy non-Sylvia color because I'm more monochrome. But I've gotten to my head that I like the idea of having a shelf with all of the different colors of the rainbow by Leuchtturm 1917. So this was a color that caught my eye, and it seems really bright, but I think I'm okay with it. I'm going to take this off. This has 251 pages, and of course it is a dot grid. I did go with the 80 GSM, which I had talked about before. I'm not vibing with the thicker paper. It's just too odd for me right now. I'm going to try to come back to it later. I found this really cool sticker at my local Walmart, and I was like, oh yes, I want this. So I was thinking either in the center here, down at the bottom, top. I also like it like this, kind of in the center like that. It kind of breaks up all of that bright color. And it looks really cool against the black and white. I also like it like that, you guys. What are your thoughts? Man, I should have done something beforehand. I think I kind of like it like this. So later on, if I get a sticker that says 2022, I could do that. But then that gives me pressure. See, this is, you don't care. I'm wasting all of our time. In the center, is that who I am as a person? I think it is. So that's what I'm going to do. Also, as a writer, let me peel it on this side. If I can do it with my poor little strong finger. If you know what that's from, what movie that's from, you're amazing. That's my strong hand. Yes, but also in July. So also in July, I have Camp July for NaNoWriMo. Is that centered? Oh my gosh. If it gets stuck on here crooked, I will never forgive myself. Maybe if I go this way, it'll be better. How does that look? Hopefully it looks fantastic because it's on there and it's not coming off. Oh my gosh, you guys, I love it. Okay, so what was I saying? July. Okay, as a writer, we have Camp NaNoWriMo in July, which I'm really excited about. I'm just going to be doing some revisions, but I like a challenge because it makes me work, and I have friends to write with and work with, so that also makes me happy, and I need to get in contact with some of those guys and let them know that I am ready to do some, well, in my case, it's not really writing sprints more than just revision sprints, but I'm all for it. I can't remember where this came from, you guys. I'm sorry. If I can, I will link it down below. It was a freebie if you sign up for the newsletter from someone in the planning community. I put it in here. I didn't bother cutting out the months that have already passed. I have an extra space here for something. I thought if this is my July to-do list, like when you have your monthly in the bullet journal system for writer Carol, and then you have like your monthly task list. I didn't do that together, combined it, because I wanted a month on 2 pages. So I thought I might need a second page. So I have this area. I haven't sat down to flush all of that out yet, but I will at some point. This is just a continuation of the vellum I've been using in my daily planner. I don't know that it goes exactly with what I wanted to do in here, but it's so pretty and I didn't want to waste it. So I put it in here. I might add more vellum. You can always add more vellum, which is great. It's a bullet journal. You can do whatever you want to do. So this is what my monthly looks like. And I also like this color with gray. It's really pretty. So this marker is just holding my place for the monthly. And I thought about it really, really hard. And I said, Sylvia, do you want to put a tracker, bullet journal style, down this way? Because there's enough for 31 days. And I said no, because I don't really vibe with trackers and I just don't want to try to keep up with something I'm really not going to do. I also thought that I could track, let me use a pencil to show you, by making triangles in all 4 of these corners here. So, ow, that hurts my thumb. I'm so broken, you guys. So if you did like a triangle like this, you could color it in for a task, and then you could do the other 3 corners as well. You could color them in different colors so that it could indicate different things. You could also use a signifier, just like say you wanted to walk, by putting a W in the corner here, and you wanted to do something else here, like you wanted to track every time you cleaned for 15 minutes, you could put a C there. Does that make sense? I thought that would be something I could try out for this month, see how it actually goes. I hope that this is focusing. I'm going to move this out of the way so my camera doesn't focus on anything but this. I also went ahead and I colored the weekend in gray so I could see the difference there. I also made a line on these first 4 days because, as you can see there, this is actually June. Now, for some of you, you'd be like, why would you do that? Well, once we get to the weekly, you will see that this week 26, actually has 4 days of June in it and then 3 days of July, and I just didn't want to get confused. And because I wanted to move into this bullet journal right away, I decided to go ahead and go back 4 days so that I could use the first week that this starts in. Does that make sense? Some people might not want to do that, but I did. Off to the side in pencil, I went ahead and put what week this is for every single week. I also drew this out in pencil. I like how light it is. I think Ellie from Ellie's Corner has done that in the past, and I think that's where I actually got it from. I don't know where she got it from, but her planners always look beautiful, and I just wanted it to look a little bit nice without too much work. Also in the corner, I have done this, Carrie Harling, as well as Romany from Romany's Realm in the past. They put a little square down here, and then they color in the square once everything has been migrated, scheduled, or stricken. I like that, so it just allows me to know at one look that I don't need to look at anything on this page anymore. It's completely done. Now you can do this for a spread on one side and do half of the square, and then do the other half when it's completed for both pages, but I just gave each page its own square, and I think that's fine. On to my weekly chart. You guys have seen my weekly chart before. It's usually on 1 page, and this time I wanted to do a 2-pager because I decided I wanted to do it kind of like I mentioned here, Jibun Techo style, which takes up a 2-page spread. I think it looks nicer in a 2-page spread. Maybe it looks a little bit more serious and scary for some people. I don't know. I also did this in pencil, and all of the weeks are done in that Midori stamp that I talked about before. this stencil. I can't remember which one it is, but it's one of those stencils I told you I used in pen. And then I have my different categories down the side. I thought about doing these in different colors and making it more colorful, but again, at heart, I'm very monochrome. So I did Saturday and Sunday in gray, and I went with one color instead. I just wanted to be a little bit more minimalistic. I put July up here in a stamp. Again, I have week 26 and the little boxes down below. Now I also used the same amount. I think it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 across, and then I think 6 down. So it's the same diameter as my actual calendar for the weekly. It just goes up further. And that allowed me to go ahead and have one row at the top to add for these headers. I also should mention that on here as well as here, there were not 7 across, so I measured out 5 millimeters because that's what this is, 5mm grid. So I went ahead and made a line 5 millimeters over to make these boxes even, so that it wouldn't drive me insane. You certainly could just go ahead and have 6 boxes across on this specific column, but I think I would lose my mind, so that's what I did to fix that. On to my actual weekly. So I have a couple weeklies here. Remember, I wrote down on the list several different styles of weeklies that I could go ahead and try out. But I went ahead and I did, of course, my weekly chart, and then I moved on to my actual weekly where I go ahead and put appointments. I put schedule here, and then over here, this is where I can mark off any tasks that I want to do throughout the week. I could even draw another line and break this into thirds if I wanted to. Sorry, I got a call. So where was I? On this weekly, I decided to go ahead and do a week on one page. So this is broken down into 3 across and 5 down. And then this is, I think, 8 across and 5 down. And then the third section is just the rest of it. You could divide it into thirds if you wanted to. If this is too much space, I might go ahead and do that if I wanted to add another column or category. Right now, this is just for me to write tasks that I want to get done that specific day and mark them off. You can certainly do a little bit of journaling here. It's whatever works best for you. I do have June and July here because, like I mentioned before, the first 4 days of this week is in June and the last 3 days is in July. Did add a little sticker here. These are all cohesive because they're from the same sticker. I don't know what they're called. These are just washi stickers that I ended up getting from AliExpress. I don't have a link to them. You can also find them on Amazon. They're going to be a little bit more expensive, but you can get them faster than you can from AliExpress. If you just put in washi stickers, they'll bring up a bunch of them. I liked these colors, so that's why I chose them. Did write week 26 up here at the top. I don't know if I double checked that, so it's going to be pretty funny if it's week 27. We'll all laugh about it in the comments. Anyway, I think it's fine. Over here, I wrote weekly focus. So before I showed you in my last video that I always had a weekly focus paired with my weekly chart. And this is where I just kind of pull from the monthly task list and I break them down into smaller bits here for what I want to do for the week. So anything I want to read, I usually put here. I'm holding off because I'm thinking about just making a whole spread in the back and the collections for that, just because if I don't finish that book in the week, if I put it down or what have you and I need to come back for it, back to it, excuse me, rather, I feel better about myself if I just have it all in one place and I can just mark it off instead of feeling like I'm a loser because I didn't finish it in that week. I know that's silly, but sometimes that's how my brain works and I don't know. It might be something that I do. Again, this is one of those lines that I made that I hope next time to make in silver with my Signo metallic pen. I really miss my weekly vocab spread. Here we have week 26 there and then vocabulary there. Just have a couple of pictures. Usually I add a little bit more ephemera to this. I like to collage my spreads a little bit more, but I wanted to be a little bit more minimalistic with this. And I thought, well, if I have any empty spaces anywhere here, and of course with the daily pages, which you will see next, I can always add stickers and ephemera later. So that is the plan as of now. Here are my simple dailies. I find that doing a half a page horizontally doesn't work out. I don't know, I just can't figure that layout. But if I do one vertically, it works better for me. I usually put some kind of like memory or journal at the bottom if there's space. Last time I had a bullet journal, I went ahead and I put a sticker on every single day, which was cool. I liked how that looked, but it didn't leave me as much space as I wanted. So I figured if there's a huge gap, once again, I will add a sticker or collage a little bit. Otherwise, I want to keep it pretty open. Down here, oh, excuse me, my nose itches. This is just a little sticky note I have that says week 26, which we are currently in. You can see down here it says week 26 June, and I just have this here in case there's something that I need to do, that I need to pay attention to, and I forget to look at my weekly spread, which weekly focus, excuse me, which happens sometimes. I think a lot of you also have this problem where you just like you stop using one spread and then there's things there that you need that you forget. So another way to go ahead and help you have a reminder is to go ahead and keep it on a sticky note. That way each day or each page that you need to turn, you can move it wherever you need it to. So that's what I'm trying to do to help me in case this spread here doesn't work out. So we officially have a week on 4 pages or on 2 spreads, and so Friday through Sunday is here, and this is, of course, is July. So I have week 26 July at the bottom, and then I have week 26 review. Now I used to like having it on a full page or even on a spread. We'll see how it goes. I haven't created the next week yet, so I can always do that if this is not enough space. I can always put a page number on here for back pages that I have left for the collections. So there's a couple options there. Again, I'm using these sticky notes because they're kind of floating pieces of paper that you can move wherever you need them to, which I really love. So currently I have week 27 here. And that is just so that if this week, again, I have something that's coming up that I need to be reminded about, I can go ahead and put it on here and always have it in my visual in case my other spread doesn't work out. I feel like I'm leading you guys to believe that I'm not even going to try with this, but I swear I am. It's just sometimes I don't know. Some things don't work out and it is what it is. So this is my backup plan. I also have one for future. I don't have a future log in the front of here as you saw. It just goes straight into the monthly cover page. So I like having this future area here for something that's not going to work out within this week that I already have, and I don't want to put it on the monthly and schedule it because I'm not sure. So this is just a soft way to plan. It's also a way to plan for the future when you don't actually have things already pre-set up or anything like that. And that is the end of what I have set up thus far. Okay, let me turn this to my weekly, and I'm going to put this on the monthly. And then we can go to the back here, which I have marked with washi tape because it's easy to find when you flip through. So this is where collections and getting things done system is going to be for July 2022. And then I just have a sticker. It's one of those faux Polaroid stickers that I thought I would go ahead and put in the back here. This is on a grid, so if I mess up, it really upsets me. We're just gonna pretend this is where we wanted to put it. I like that. That looks nice. This looks like an ocean and a beach I would want to be on. Okay, so this is going to be at the beginning of page 171, which gives me, I believe, 80 pages here in the back. And some people might think, well, that's a lot, but I plan on putting notes for reading back here. You guys, I sat down to edit this video and found that the ending wasn't there because my camera once again shut off during the making of this video. I'm so sorry. So I was basically just trying to say that I'm not going to be doing book spreads anymore, I don't think, because I found a really amazing book template for book reviews online. And so I kind of adapted that to fit my needs, and I'm doing all my book reviews, more like book essays really, digitally, and I thought I would turn those in one day into videos on my other channel, on my Writerly Bookish channel. Who knows, but I really like that system because it doesn't matter if I have like an old bullet journal with me or a planner or a notebook, because it's all digital and I usually have my cell phone. So that is everything. Let me know down below what you're doing for One Book July if you're participating. What are you doing if you're going to be doing Camp NaNoWriMo? What are you writing? How long? Are you revising, editing? Let me know down below. I will be, of course, revising one of my murder mysteries. I write young adult, and I'm not entirely sure which one yet. I have a few more days to figure that out. Okay, so don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. I hope that this was helpful. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.